U.S. into their war.
One of my sources told me that, and I'm referring to something that you alluded to a few seconds ago. One of my sources told me that right after the blast took place, that Iranian intelligence had already apprehended a few people that were involved in the blast, and they were already extracting information from them. Why do you think that Iran will not openly like retaliate, and I mean like on a major scale?
Well, they don't want to get into an all-out war. I think they know they could probably emerge from an all-out war okay, because it's not likely that either the U.S. or Israel would sort of, nuke Iran to the ground. They would have to stop short of that, and but they would stop at a point where they'd already done terrible things that would ruin their reputations, and then Iran would persist and would be much more adamant after that. So, this kind of a war, or an all-out war, the kind that some of the Zionists seem to think they might want, would be there would be losers everywhere, including in Israel. Israel would get flattened. Iran has enough rockets between it and its partners in Hezbollah to completely flatten Israel. They don't need nukes. They can flatten Israel with conventional rockets. So nobody really wants war, least of all the Iranians. Iran knows that every day that goes by, their position gets stronger and the Zionist position gets weaker. So rather than, what do you want them to do? Come over to America and bomb a nuclear facility here? That would be crazy. It would,
Right.
it would hurt a lot of innocent people. There might be some satisfaction, but it really wouldn't deter the continued attacks on Iran. If anything, it would increase them. And the only purpose of retaliation would be deterrence. So what they probably actually will do is, there will be ways of there will be deniable retaliation, not at a huge scale. It'll be relatively restrained. It'll be enough to signal to the Americans and the Zionists that, you're going to lose stuff. When you do something like this, something bad is going to happen to some of your people or equipment somewhere, but it'll be deniable, and it won't be on such a big scale that it would trigger retaliation or escalation. And that's the way the Iranians generally do things.